she just vanished.
The last time Chad Chenapai heard from his best friend, she was asking for a lift.
She was saying, "Babe, can I get picked up?"
But did Cheyann Klus actually need a ride or an escape plan?
She continued to text Chad and say, "Chad, please answer the phone. Why aren't you answering the phone? Please come and get me." And when he finally responded, she stopped responding forever.
For the rest of that week and all through the next, no word, no sign of Cheyann.
Do you think she would not reach out to you or her family or be on social media?
No.
After 12 days, questions are swirling around detectives' heads, and Cheyann's family believe time is running out and beg for her return.
Cheyanne, please call home, call your father, call your sisters, call anyone, but let someone know that you're okay.
She didn't have a car.
No.
She didn't have money.
It's been too long.
Then, on December 11th, 12 days after anyone has heard from Cheyann, a beacon out of the blue.
911, what is your emergency?
A phone call was made from her phone on December 11th to 911.
A call to 911 from Cheyann's phone. Then, a hang-up before a single word is spoken. Was it Cheyann, or the chilling alternative, was someone trying to throw investigators off the trail?
Do you think that call was made by her?
I don't know at this time. Can't answer that.
Detective Jeff Leonard of the DuPage County Sheriff's Office says he doesn't know who, but he soon finds out where. The call to 911 pings on a cell phone tower here, the Mallard Lake Forest Preserve, 20 miles from Brian's house, 18 miles from Cheyann's home, and that's odd.
This was not very close to her home. She didn't have a car, so I don't know her to have been able to somehow get there on her own.
But it's the best and only lead anyone has. DuPage County officers and canine units scour the 86-acre preserve, then again 4 months later.
Our first search we actually did on December 22nd after we received the phone records. We probably had 30 guys out there.
The searches turn up a few possible pieces of potential evidence.
Some things were found that we were collected as possible evidence, but unable at this time to link it to anybody.
Cheyann's friends and family are tortured, and cops are frustrated. No cell phone is found, and worse, no Cheyann.
Do you think she's alive?
And we're treating this as a missing person case, and until she is found deceased, then I'm considering her to be alive.
Gia Hoffman, who heads the Missing Persons Awareness Network, thinks the search of Mallard Lake is worth another try.
There's, different areas of water, there's different hills, there's a lot of trails that go around. And then if you look this way, this is actually where the ping had come from.
Gia organizes a volunteer army to scour the 86 acres of forest and brush once more.
So you had to canvass this entire woodsy forest area as well, inch by inch, like all the way back in those woods?
Yes, and we actually did go inch by inch.
Lifting every tree branch, overturning every leaf.
There's a lot of ground to cover. I mean, there's a lot of terrain, and you're looking for little clues.
This is, and it could have been anything. Obviously, the biggest thing is the phone because it's the one thing that we know that was here.
Cheyann's aunt, Sylvia Munguia, joins the search for any hint of Cheyann. With every step, her heart pounds, terrified of what she might find.
What if she is found there? I just wouldn't have known how to handle it.
Hopes are high that this time, some sign of Cheyann would turn up. But once again, nothing.
Do you think she's alive?
No,
How come?
because I was 22, because I didn't want to be in a relationship either, and I would have been on social media. I would have my family, my friends, anybody, somebody would know something. And in this case, somebody does know something. They're just not coming forward yet.
One person who Gia Hoffman claims hasn't completely come forward, Brian Biddle, the last person known to see Cheyann.
I know he knows a lot more than he's saying yes.
He claims that he doesn't know he was sleeping.
For 18 hours. This is a long time to sleep.
And Gia says it's time for Biddle to get a wake-up call and answer the questions about what he knows.
He's not reaching out to anybody. He's not responding to anybody. And it leaves a big gap with one big question. She was last with you. How did you not know that for 18 hours something was wrong?
Investigations Leonard.
Detective Leonard says Brian isn't a suspect in Cheyanne's disappearance, isn't even a person of interest. In fact, police say Biddle is talking and he's a valuable witness.
Brian is just a witness. Brian is cooperating with us. He gave us all the information that we're looking for. He let us search his home. He let him search his personal devices, his phones, his computer, and everything else like that.
Crime Watch Daily tried to reach Brian Biddle to see if he could tell us anything more about where Cheyanne could be. We reached out by phone, through Facebook, even went to his house in Chicago to no avail. Then we found out why.
We wanted to get Brian Biddle's version of events that night. In our efforts to find him, we discovered he's here, Cook County Jail, booked on charges of possession of a firearm and narcotics unrelated to the disappearance of Cheyann Klus.
With him in custody, our questions to Biddle go unasked and unanswered, keeping Cheyanne's family up at night with only their darkest fears.
From what I've heard of Brian's background, he was involved in drugs, and maybe something, I don't know. I think maybe something could have gone wrong.
But those fears can't stop Cheyanne's family from hoping that Cheyanne does come home, and Sylvia can honor a final wish she made to Cheyanne's mom.
My sister always said, will you look after her when I'm gone? We just have to know she's okay.
Here's another look at Cheyann Klus. She's now 23, described as 5'5", 115 pounds, with distinctive tattoos on her arm. If you know something about her disappearance, please call the DuPage County Sheriff's Office. That number is 1-630-407-2569, or you can submit a tip anonymously at crimewatchdaily.com. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.